All right, hey guys. So in this video, I'm going to walk through how to put in conduits and specifically how to put in parallel sets of conduits in Revit. So I'm going to share my screen here and we'll get started. So what we've got here is a Revit model. We've got a utility transformer, a couple panels, and what we want to do is basically put in our feeder conduits. So in the age of BIM and where everything needs to be detailed and modeled, we want to show this type of stuff. So for argument's sake, let's say that we're doing, it's going to be 4-inch conduits for our main feeder. We're going to come here from the utility transformer. We'll go down below our footers, and then we're going to come up into this panel here. And again, for argument's sake, let's just say that this is a 800 amp set of gear divided by our, I think it's 3, because it's not quite 400 amps dealing with a set of 500. So we'll look it up from our table real quick here. So set of 500 is 380 amps. So divided by 380 basically gives us, we're going to have to do 3 sets of something, right? We can go down to 3 sets of 350s, right? So we got 800 divided by 310. So we could do, that gets us pretty close. Or you can do 3 sets of 300s. So we got 285 times 3, right? So it's 855. But let's just say that we want 3 sets of conduits, right? 4-inch conduit, and we're going to feed that into this, right? So if it makes you feel better, 380 times 3, we can just say this is a 1,000 amp piece of gear, because at the end of the day, we're trying to get to just figuring out how to draw conduits. But anyway, that's how you try to figure out some of your sizing. So anyway, we drew it here in section. And then we're going to go back over here because we find that, hey, this isn't basically in the right spot. Okay, fair enough. So we're going to select this guy, tab select him basically to get all the conduits. And really for this, we're going to need to be able to look deeper than what we currently have. So we're going to go -6 to be able to look underground here to see all this conduit, -6, right? So now we're going to be able to see the conduit for this. So here we go. And we can start to basically line this guy up, right? Let's just say that we're going to have a straight feed into it, or let's say that we're going to have to bend into where this ultimately goes. So what we'll have to do here then, because let's say that our transformer has to sit there. So let's rotate all this stuff to really get it in the right spot. So what we'll do here is we've got our section, right? So we basically will need to draw our conduit. So we'll go over here to systems, conduit. We're going to draw it here to here, and then we're going to come over to where our other conduit is. But we're not going to quite connect it, mainly because it's going to cause all sorts of issues that we don't want at this point. So what we will do is we'll delete those 2 guys. We will try to get this aligned here, and then we'll basically draw a line over saying that this conduit is going to bend, right? So let's just delete this guy. We're going to bring it over, and then we should be able to go into our other section here. Say, hey, we want this all to bend, right? So we've got it bending, which is sweet. So we'll come down here, align it, and then we'll connect those 2 conduits. So now what we have is a bend where we want, and we're going to go up and into this transformer also the way we want. And so we're going to set this kind of on the outside here, right? So we've got it going down. And again, for this, you'll need to make sure that you're shaded and three-dimensional with all your stuff. So here we go. We've got a conduit. It's going down out of the transformer and then back up over into our switchboard here. So now what we'll do to get our parallel conduits is set them, and we'll just say that we want 3 horizontals, and we can say that they're 6 inches apart. 6 inches apart. And we'll just have the same bend radius. And then what we can do is basically highlight over the conduit and then tab for the entire length of conduit. Then you can see where the parallel lines are going. Go ahead and click. And here we go. So we've got all of our conduits basically coming in and through. And so now you can see them going out through. And really, let's dive in through this. So here's the section, right? We see 3 conduits coming up and in. And then if we take this section and go this way, we can now see our conduits going up and into the transformer. Now, if we need to make sure that they're aligned here within the transformer, we can scoot them over so that they're going into that cabinet and they're aligned here with basically where the outgoing conduit sleeve would be cut within the pad. So that is how you do parallel conduits within Revit. And again, making it so that we're missing the structural elements. So if we come back out here, right, or if we look just where our conduits are going, we can now see if we're hitting any structural items, right? We're under this footer, and then we'll come basically right up through the floor. There you go. That's how we do parallel conduits in Revit. Thank you all so much for watching, and until next time.